is always a pleasure to talk entertainment with you here on your favorite news channel, Joy News on Multi TV. My name is Becky. Settle in. I'll be back with all of the stories, entertainment gist that you've missed during the week. If you've just joined us, you're logged on to the Joy News channel. The show is Let's Talk Entertainment, the weekend edition where we bring you all the entertainment stories that you've missed during the week. Today we are starting with Stonebwoy's arrival. We caught up with him at the airport and he spoke about his leg. It's all fit now, and also a little bit about Bieja. You know, the controversial song Bieja. He spoke about it right here on Let's Talk Entertainment.
But where have you been?
Anyway, I think on the 11th of March was when I went to New York, and I'd been announcing my New York show for a long time. That's the Go Higher American tour. So at the Irving Plaza, just one of the, it's a reputable venue because you find artists like T.I. They're top-notch artists. You know, that's where they, you have to go where they go. So we're trying to take the notch up, and then obviously we sold it out. I think we sold it out. It's all over, you know. Numbers don't lie, pictures don't lie. The show was packed thanks to D Black, thanks to IBM, EL, and Look Back Bright, and J. Armando from Atlanta, Lola Smiles, and Nana NYC. A host of other artists came to support us. It was set up late. Techno from Nigeria also came to perform on the night. So the initial one that kick-started the tour was amazing. We've left a mark in New York, just left a mark in New York whereby the expectation is up there. Whilst doing the shows, I was also doing rehab because I had come out from a surgery. So, you know, because the time I flew out, I was working with an aid. Now I'm not.
So now you're walking like, now the leg is free?
Yeah. Small. We're still working because we're not finished. We do one.
So are you like...
It takes like a year. It's going to take like a year or two to get full flexion, but so far so good. I'm happy that surgery went well. You know, total knee replacement is not an easy thing at my age. It's due to the you know, we're putting in strength and we're taking the pain, making sure that it goes on. So I'm happy to be back home. I know that a lot of buzz has been going on from ever since we left because of the troubles, you know. Bieja, we all know basically, truthfully speaking, was not created by anybody. But Enfe said, maybe I want to one more kind of press on a you know, maybe delay more. I said, hey, Bieja. Like I have a friend of mine who will tease and say something like that. But sincerely speaking and being truthful, I think if Bieja is this big amongst musicians or was ever thought of to be put in a track, yo, be real. Because other than I just went out to the studio, Alaji, my manager, was there. We went to the studio. We took it like a fan song. We're like, Charlie, this thing it'll be me, because I have to do other serious stuff. But that's like a fan song. You can't always be serious too much. You have to know who to feed and how to do, you know, preferences and stuff. So we did like, I'm a baby here, I'm a baby here, che, so we did that stuff, and then we just did a rough word, and then we went on Facebook Live. We put it out there, so we were looking for a day to go to the studio finally, because that was easy with therapy. Because I had to be vigorous with it. So I think a week after, Sunday morning, maybe and I do maybe but I was not surprised because we with this studio were having fun, movies, birthday day, my manager, we know say the reason why we even put it on Facebook Live was because we know that people we love it to that extent. So I go now face Snapchat. Send a message near the idea. I love to have fun when I can. It will turn in make permission. Stonebwoy go with this super. Hey, no fear, they're not going to shot. It is if you're turning after some 6 days no.
Well, speaking of Bieja, the only man in the news that has taken the Bieja personal is Shatta Wale, and he launched his album at the Independence Square, and it saw hundreds of supporters coming through to support him. His family came through, Abeku Santana, and a host of other people came through to support Shatta Wale's album launch after the storm. Let's take an excerpt of this show. Event, he premiered his Kakai video, which is making rounds on the internet. When you go to YouTube, you see Kakai video everywhere featuring Countryman Songo. We bring them all to you here on the weekend edition of Let's Talk Entertainment. Enjoy. Away from Shatta Wale, this is to all the high life lovers out there. There was a high life bash at the Alliance Princess, and of course, as usual, Let's Talk Entertainment. We pass through, and this is what we have for you from the high life bash at the Alliance Princess, featuring the likes of Uncle Abi.
Baby, I will follow somebody. I can't stand it. I'm choosing now. Hey, all over. I feel good. Hey, now come. Us in the good boy. Yeah, me papa. Hey, my father said machine. I don't know the same now. I don't know the same now. They see us on your rap. ABC. Somebody do. They hear us on your rap. Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Ghana Music Awards is happening tonight. Yes, music's biggest night is happening at the Accra International Conference Center, and we have been asking who wins the enviable Artist of the Year title this year. Well, we've been sampling some views on the street. The Accra International Conference Center on Saturday, the 7th of May 2016, will come alive as industry players and music enthusiasts converge to applaud the hard work of musicians in Ghana and some sister countries in Africa. Ahead of the event, we are taking a look at the two most popular categories of the award scheme: the Artist of the Year and the most popular song of the year. Who wins these enviable categories? Last year, Denzel asked Stonebwoy was adjudged the overall Artist of the Year, and guess what? He is contesting again this year in the same category with the likes of K.O.D, VVIP, ASP Kofi Sapon, and K.O.D. Can he defend the crown? We have been sampling the views of the public.
It should be K.O.D, you understand, because we know K.O.D and those stars have come, they have done their part, and then in Ghana here, her life was, silently widening out, you understand? So, like, the presence of Mr. K.O.D has bring everything to life,
I think they should give it to Stonebwoy.
Kofi Sapon.
Mr. K.O.D can even win. Yeah.
Mr. K.O.D. Why? I like the way it is, and mostly people like the way his song is.
I believe Stonebwoy will carry the artist of the year, yeah.
My take is on Bisa.
Why Bisa? How about the popular song of the year? Which song will get to win? Is it VVIP's Column featuring Senada Gadu?
Somebody enter Column.
Bisa K.O.D's Mansa. Nicholas Omanie Champos Apostle. Stonebwoy with Go Higher. Why says the Kikimi featuring Luther? EL's Mina Bopo. Atom with Yewo Chrome.
Fresh boys, fresh girls. Fresh boys, fresh girls. Yewo Chrome.
Or Kofi Kinata with Susuka.
The most popular song of the year, I believe Atom, Yewo Chrome might win the popular song of the year because the song was all over the place.
I think K.O.D track is, yeah, Mansa should win. Yeah, Mansa, yes, look at as the time that Mansa came and up to now, it's still raining.
Mansa did well with the song, so I think he can win there.
That Mansa song and the other one, I tell you, the whole of Ghana enjoyed that song.
Last year, this category was won by Sarkodie featuring Castro with the song Adonai. Well, let's keep our fingers crossed and hope the best person wins. But those were some of your views. Well, we will bring you some of the highlights from the awards next weekend. Now, let's do something else on movies now. Rama Brew, well, she has been talking to us here on Let's Talk Entertainment. She was passing through the Cosmopolitan show with Doreen Ando, and guess what? She has a message for actors, the young actors here in the industry. She says that diction is very important, and so they should try as much as possible to pay attention to the smallest details with their diction.
A fine crop of young actors that are coming up. You know, some of them are doing a pretty good job. The only problem that I have is where everybody wants to try and sound like an American.
Where did that come from?
I have no idea. And they're really not paying much attention to the addiction. If you're speaking in vernacular, that's perfect.
Yes.
But the minute you start to switch from vernacular into English, you have to be grammatically correct, you know, and understand what you're saying, and, you know, use the right tonations and reflections and all that. But some of them, they just get the script, they learn their lines, and that's it. It's just like chew and pull. You understand?
Yeah,
and
they don't make it as realistic can be.
Exactly. And so that is what I think that they have to put much more effort into that. Because it's horrendous.
Yeah.
It's horrendous. And I don't blame them. It's just that they need to be pushed. And that push comes generally from the producer or the director, if they themselves know what they're doing. But if they don't, then you have the scenario where everybody is just doing what, you know, they want to do. And, you know, television is very, very powerful. So you have children who are listening to you and you're saying the wrong stuff and they're going to repeat the same thing, thinking that it's right.
Yeah. So they ought to learn right and do better.
Exactly.
So that whoever they're trying to, you know, pass their message on to.
Absolutely.
Will also do better.
And my argument always is that we have foreigners who come into our country and they come and learn our languages, whether it's Ga or Twi, and they make damn sure that they're learning it properly.
Yes.
So what is it with us
that stops us from learning right?
That stops us from doing the right thing. Is it laziness? Is it inferiority complex? I don't get it. I really don't.
Yeah, I can understand.
Because you cannot be showing off when you don't know something properly, especially to people who are ignorant, who don't even know it themselves. Is that the correct thing to do?
No.
And then you find yourself in front of the people who English is their language, and they're saying, "Excuse me, what did you just say?"
So that's the advice. You have it. All the young actors and actresses out there, you should learn from this woman. She's really good. But have you ever thought about who she really wanted to act with? Well, she has been opening up right here on Let's Talk Entertainment.
If there was a movie script right now and there was a particular name on it, would you run for it? Which name would you like to see on that script that will make you run?
Denzel.
I knew Denzel was coming up. Okay, I'll ask you one big favor. When you get to act alongside Denzel, just tell him I need an autograph and a picture.
Oh, no problem. You got it.
Okay, that's all. So now you can get your role. Now you can have your role.
Well, Denzel Washington it is. Who wouldn't want to act with Denzel Washington? Well, I would love to act alongside Denzel Washington someday. Let's move on and do something on Tiwa Savage. You know, she has been in the news for whatever reason, her relationship, her marriage breaking down, her husband trying to kill himself, and she has been opening up on the relationship she actually had with her husband. To end with today is Whitney Houston. Well, it is said that there will be a live documentary about her and her life history and how she died and all in One Piece movie, which is set to hit our screens really soon. We have details right here on Let's Talk Entertainment.
I'm lost without a cause.
I want audiences to walk out of the cinema and feel positive about Whitney and her music, said MacDonald, who directed The Last King of Scotland. He said the film would chart Houston's rise from gospel singer to global star. The film will include interviews with friends, family and collaborators, including Clive Davis, founder and president of Arista Records, who is credited with discovering the singer. The filmmaking team will also have access to exclusive demo recordings, rare performances, and audio archive. I want to reveal a woman that even her most die-hard fans never knew, and a woman those new to her life and music will never forget, said MacDonald, whose documentary includes Touching the Void and One Day in September. She changed the way pop music was sung, bringing it back full circle to its blues and gospel roots. Although we won't shy away from the darker parts of Whitney's life, her descent into addiction, I want audiences to walk out of the cinema and feel positive about Whitney and her music. Houston was one of the most celebrated female singers of all time, with hits including I Will Always Love You and Saving All My Love for You. She won 2 Emmys, 6 Grammys, and more than 20 American Music Awards, but her later career was overshadowed by drug abuse and her turbulent marriage to singer Bobby Brown.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Nothing to do but lift my head. I look to you. I look to you.
This is how we wrap up the show for today. Join me same time next weekend for even more exciting edition of Let's Talk Entertainment. My name is Becky, and to all mothers out there, happy Mother's Day to every one of you. God bless you all.